You type a question. Instead of 10 blue links, you get an AI overview, an AI-generated paragraph that tells you exactly what you want. This is the pipeline that replaced the traditional search result. But how does Google's AI search actually work under the hood? Imagine typing a query and getting not a list of links but a complete AI-written paragraph. That's the new Google search, powered by a pipeline that replaced the classic 10 blue links. The old system was a three-step engine. It crawled billions of web pages, built an inverted index, and ranked results using the PageRank algorithm. When you searched, you received 10 blue links, the best pages, not an answer. This changed in May 2023 with the launch of Search Generative Experience, or SGE, an experimental feature in Google's Search Labs. SGE introduced Retrieval-Augmented Generation. It first retrieved relevant web content, then prompted a language model to produce an AI snapshot with key points and links to sources. By Google I/O 2024, SGE was rebranded as AI Overviews and rolled out to all US users, appearing above the organic results. The pipeline now inserted a new retrieve then generate stage on top of crawl index rank. Instead of just matching keywords to documents, the search index became a real-time knowledge base for the generative model. That model, initially Gemini 2.0, synthesizes a concise answer, often pushing the 10 blue links below the fold. This is not a minor tweak, it is a fundamental restructuring of how Google serves information. The era of the link list gatekeeper is giving way to a conversational answer machine. At the heart of Google's AI search is a two-step process: retrieve, then generate. When a query arrives, it first hits the same massive inverted index that classic search built over decades. But now, a neural ranking model selects the most authoritative and timely pages, then extracts key text passages, usually from the top 3 to 5 results. Those snippets are joined with the user's question and a citation instruction into a single prompt. The prompt is fed to Gemini, the large language model. Early on, that was Gemini 2.0. By early 2026, Google upgraded to Gemini 3 for smoother conversational handoffs. Gemini reads the context and composes an AI overview, a concise narrative answer with numbered, clickable citations that link directly to the original web pages. This technique, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, keeps responses grounded in real-time web data, drastically reducing the risk of hallucination. Because the live index updates continuously, the AI can surface breaking news within minutes. The same architecture powers AI Mode, an experimental feature launched in March 2025 that accepts complex multi-part queries and returns rich multimodal responses. Google processes billions of these RAG searches each day. The takeaway: every AI answer is a live mosaic stitched from the open web, not a script from static training data. On May 14, 2024, AI overviews became the default for all US searchers. Within 48 hours, the web filled with surreal AI mistakes. The most infamous: adding non-toxic glue to pizza so cheese wouldn't slide. A health tip: eat 1 small rock per day for minerals. A political falsehood: Barack Obama is Muslim. These answers stemmed from real web pages, a satirical article, a joke Reddit comment, a decades-old conspiracy forum. The retrieval stage, designed to pull relevant content, delivered these to Gemini, which then synthesized them into confident replies. Public outrage erupted immediately. 2 weeks later, Google pulled back. It paused AI overviews for health, medicine, and finance queries, and curbed the use of social media posts. Internally, engineers found that signals like popularity and freshness, so useful for link ranking, could amplify dangerous content in a generative pipeline. A heavily upvoted Reddit joke looked like authoritative information to the retrieval model. So Google added guardrails to detect satire and unverifiable claims. The glue pizza fiasco proved a hard lesson: generative AI is only as credible as its retrieval hygiene. The world's most advanced pipeline can become a misinformation engine if its source filter fails. Every AI overview search carries a hidden cost: energy. According to Scientific American, one generative query uses 30 times more electricity than a classic Google search. A traditional lookup merely fetches pre-rank links from an index. An AI search must run a full inference pass through Gemini, a model with hundreds of billions of parameters, often spread across thousands of energy-hungry TPU chips. To put it in perspective, if a standard search is a leisurely walk, an AI overview search is an uphill sprint, it burns 30 times the joules. Undeterred, Google expanded AI overviews to over 100 countries by October 28, 2024, including Australia, India, and Brazil. Then in March 2025, it introduced AI Mode, a Gemini 2.0-driven experimental feature that handles complex, multi-part questions and returns multimodal answers. Adoption skyrocketed. SimilarWeb recorded AI Mode visits climbing from 126 million in June 2025 to 279 million by May 2026. With billions of these energy-dense queries per month, the cumulative electricity demand becomes staggering. And that's before accounting for the water required to cool the massive TPU clusters. Even if Google offsets carbon, the 30 times per search multiplier means a fully conversational search engine would consume power on par with a small nation. The price of an instant answer is measured in megawatts, not milliseconds. For publishers, AI overviews are an existential threat. When Google's AI-generated answer sits at the top of the page, users rarely click through to the underlying sources. Danielle Coffey, CEO of the News/Media Alliance, stated in May 2024 that AI overviews will be catastrophic to our traffic. That prediction came true. By July 2026, SimilarWeb found AI overviews on 43% of all Google searches, up from 15% a year earlier. Combine that with AI Mode's 279 million monthly visits, and the traffic loss is staggering. Some news outlets report referral drops of over 40%. Compounding the injury, AI answers often skimp on citations. A May 2026 study of ChatGPT desktop queries found only 6.8% included source links. The economic contract, publishers invest, AI scrapes, users never leave the results page, is fractured. In July 2026, Cloudflare responded with a marketplace that allows publishers to block AI crawlers unless the AI company pays for content access. Publishers can set per-request prices or simply deny entry. If enough major publishers adopt these measures, Google's retrieval index will lose its most valuable current content, degrading the very answers AI overviews rely on. Already, newsrooms are testing crawler blocks, and some have seen traffic rebound. The stage is set for a war between the creators who fuel the web and the aggregators that mine it. Without a fair payment model, the open web's well of knowledge could run dry. In June 2026, Sundar Pichai stated he's okay with AI Mode replacing classic search. The transformation is already progressing. Search queries are growing longer and more conversational. Users now type questions like, "What's the weather in New York tomorrow afternoon?" instead of "Weather NYC." Similar web data shows query length rising over the past year. By July 2026, AI overviews appear in 43% of all Google searches. The results page now delivers an AI-generated answer, with the 10 blue links cast as supporting footnotes. This architecture turns the web from a destination into a raw data resource. Google's pipeline retrieves pages, Gemini summarizes them, and the user rarely clicks through. That breaks a decades-old contract. Publishers invest in content, search sends traffic, ads pay for both. Regulators are already watching. If Google's AI summaries systematically bypass publisher sites, it may face a new wave of antitrust actions. Pichai's vision aims for a fully conversational search engine and Oracle, not a librarian. Should AI Mode become the default, the open web could shrink to invisible infrastructure, scraped by bots and consumed by machines. The 43% coverage is not a ceiling. It's a milestone on the road to a web where human-crafted pages exist mostly as training data for AI. If that happens, the web as we know, a vibrant, competitive ecosystem of sites, may become a mere content farm for a single AI. The 10 blue links are giving way to a black box answer machine, and the digital publishing economy is scrambling to survive. The pipeline that replaced 10 blue links is more than a technical upgrade, it's an economic and environmental earthquake. Retrieval-Augmented generation gives us instant answers, but at a cost, 30 times the energy per search, plunging publisher traffic, and a monopolistic control point for whoever runs the AI. As the web morphs into a backend for conversational agents, we must ask not just how this